All right. Happy Monday, everyone. This is Chelsea with KWRI Marketing, and today we are going to go over our command overview class. So today, like I mentioned, this is going to be a brief overview of the system. We do have a more specific, detailed video on everything that we are going to cover today that is on our YouTube channel. So if you go to YouTube and you type in Scott Leroy Marketing, you'll be able to find much more detailed videos on the topics that we will go over today. If you have any questions while we're going over this, we do have a chat available where you can put your questions in, and I will do my best to circle back at them at the end of class and answer those for you. And as always, you can always email us at support@scottleroymarketing.com with any questions or anything that you might need help with. All right, so we are going to get started. So you should see my command login screen, and you're going to go there by typing in agent.kw.com, and it should pop this screen up for you. You're going to put in your username and your login, or I'm sorry, your username and your password. So your username is not case sensitive. However, your password is. So just make sure that you are typing your password in correctly. And you are able to double check if that is correct by clicking on this eyeball to the right. That will allow you to see what you've typed in here. Once you're all set, you're going to go ahead and click sign in. And it's going to bring you to the command dashboard. So we will start off by reviewing what is on our homepage. So up at the top, you're going to see that we have a few quick facts up here that will tell you what's going on in your contact list. And your homepage might look a little different. I am going to show you how you can customize that in just a minute. All right, so up at the top, you're going to see that we have our tasks. This is going to show you all of your upcoming tasks that you have, followed by design updates. So anything that is new in the Design Center will show up here. We have something that is loading. I'm not sure what one that is. Oh, there we go, our goals. So this is going to go off of the goals that you put in the goal setting section of command. So it's just going to tell you how you are doing, followed by our product updates. So you are able to get any updates regarding KWRI products and anything else that's going on with Keller Williams International. Scrolling down, we have our database health. This is going to tell you how your database is doing based on the information that you have put into your command. And it's also going to show you a comparison of other agents that are in your market center. Next, you have a notepad. So if you want to jot down any notes while you're on calls or anything else, you can do so in the notepad section. Next, we have our profit share. So you can check out some information on your profit share here. And the last thing that we have are recent leads that are coming in. So here you are able to check out if you have any recent leads. It will show you the name and where they're coming from. So you'll see we have one from the KW app, one from a landing page, a phone import, etc. So scrolling all the way back up to the top, we're going to go over to the right-hand side. You're going to see this customize button here. So if we click on that, it's going to give you all of the different widgets that you have access to seeing on your homepage. So if we're looking at this, anything that is checked off means that it is currently in view. If you do not want something showing, you can just click on that box and remove the check mark, and it will remove it from the homepage. And then over on the right-hand side, you have the ability to rearrange the widgets. So if we want recent leads right up at the top, followed by our notepad, and we're good on this side, we'll go ahead and click apply. and you'll see that it will automatically make those changes for you. All right, so going up to the top left corner, you're going to see this red KW box here. Then we're going to have 3 tabs. So right now we are in our command tab. Next, we have our connect tab. This is going to take you to kwconnect.com, followed by the command MC tab. So you will only see this if you are on Market Center staff. So if you are not on staff, you will not have this tab, or you should not anyway. Moving over to the right-hand side, this storefront icon is going to be your marketplace. So this is where you are able to check out and purchase various subscriptions to connect to your commands, such as Twilio. Next, the bell icon will be your notifications. So here it's going to show you that we do have notifications based on the red dot. And it's actually going to show you a number next to it, meaning the number of notifications that you have. So if we go ahead and click on that, it will open the notifications up for you, and you're able to see all of your unread and your read notifications. You can also click on the all notifications button right here, and you can actually break down which notifications you want to see based on these various settings here. So if you want to check out your campaign settings, it will break all of those down for you. Let's see, we don't really have too much in this. Let me see, associates, tasks. There we go. All right, so this is just going to show us all of the task notifications that we have. All right, so next to our notifications, you're going to see your headshot. You should see your headshot up here along with your name. And this is going to be all of your settings. We're going to come back to this in just a second. So the last icon in the top right corner is going to be our help and information. So when we click on that, you'll see that you have a few links to click on where you can access guided tours, Keller Williams University, which is where extra education lives. You can chat with support, or you can post an idea. All right, let me let some more people in. So coming back to our name, we're going to click on this, and it is going to drop down all of our settings. So you're going to see at the top, in our instance, we do have multiple accounts, which means that we have a personal account and we have a team account. So if you are part of a team, you should see an additional account here. It's going to be under other accounts. So you can notice that under our name, it does say personal. That's telling us that we are currently in our personal account. So how you would get to your team account is just by clicking anywhere in this box where it's highlighted, and that will then put your team icon up top. So whichever one is on top is the profile that you are in. Then you have your referrals profile. You have my profile, your settings, additional command training, and a logout button. So we're going to start off just by going to my profile. And when you click on this, this is going to be where all of your personal information lives. So the first thing you're going to see, we are in my profile. It's broken down into your about me and your contact information. And just before we scroll down here, I'm going to bring you over to the right-hand side. You're going to see that it says display my profile on kw.com. So this is saying whether you choose yes or no, we are not showing right now, but you will want this to be checked off as yes. This means that all of the information that is in your profile will be publicly showing on the Keller Williams website. So if you want people to be able to find your information on the website, you do want that to say yes. So scrolling down, you're going to see your about me, where you'll find your name, your profile photo, and your biography. Languages spoken, service areas, specialties, and designations. and you'll find your real estate license. And then you'll find your contact information. So this is the public information that clients will be able to see so that they can reach out to you. And then if you need to edit any of this information, you will just click on the edit button and you will be able to edit any information that you need. Going over to click on My KW. This is internal information about you. So this is what the Market Center Administration or the MCA office is going to be able to see. So if we're looking at this, it's going to provide your login information, your start date. Here you'll be able to edit that login information and the recovery email address. It will provide your personal information, Social Security, date of birth, emergency contact, demographic, your beneficiary information for profit share, plus your profit share bank account. And then your sponsor will be at the bottom. Over on the left-hand side, so we did already go through all of this My KW stuff. The last thing that you're going to see is My Affiliations. This is going to tell you what you are connected to in your account. So it's going to show you that you should be connected to the MLS, and it's going to tell you which office you are connected with. So if you go ahead and click on that office, it's going to tell you what your role is in the system, and that will determine the type of information and different things that you can see within your profile, as well as your start date. All right, we're going to go and click on Command Home to go back. And we're going to go back up to our settings, and we're going to now click on Settings. All right, so this is going to bring us to our connections and integrations. So this is going to show you all of the connected apps that you have, or you have the ability to connect to your Command account. So you're going to see that you have the application on the left-hand side. It's going to tell you what the application is. In the middle column, it's going to tell you the status, so whether it is connected or not. And then on the right-hand side, you are able to manage the connection, connect or disconnect based on, what the current status is. So under email services, you are going to see Command Email. So if we go over and click on Manage, this is, so what this is how your campaigns are going to appear. So here you are able to change how your name is going to appear on any email campaigns that you send out through Command. So here you're able to change your sender name. You can also change your reply to email, which is how your email is going to appear to clients when they respond to your email. So you can do that by clicking on the arrow, and you can choose what you want that email to look like. At the bottom, it also is going to keep track of your monthly account usage. So you do have 5,000 available emails to send out a month. Once it gets to close to that 5,000 amount, it is going to redirect you to the marketplace to upgrade your subscription. All right, going over to the left-hand side, we're going to click on Connect. And we're going to click on Marketing Profile. So your marketing profile is going to be the personal information that is going to be publicly branded to your Keller Williams website. So again, looking in the top right, you want to make sure that this is toggled on as green. And that means that this information is going to publicly show to your agent website. All right, so you are going to have a spot to upload your headshot as well as your team logo. If you do not have a team logo, we do recommend putting either a generic Keller Williams logo, your Market Center specific logo, or maybe a personal logo that you have. Reason being is when you go to send out an email campaign, there are automatically 2 spots in the template for logos. So if you don't have anything in here, it's just going to show up as a broken link. So you definitely, or a broken image rather. So you definitely want to make sure that you put something in here. Following that, we have some basic details here that you will fill in, followed by some designations, any military affiliation. So if you click on the drop down, you'll see all of the options that you can choose from. Your biography, you will put in here. And one thing I do want to point out, you'll see next to the biography that there's a red star. So anything that you see that has that means it is required to have something in there in order to save it. So if you do not have a biography yet, you can get around that by just putting a space in here, like clicking on that and just doing a space, and it will allow you to save it without putting your biography in yet. Scrolling down, we just have some of your contact information, followed by your Market Center brokerage information. Next, we have some compliance. So compliance, this really is Market Center specific. So make sure you reach out to your Market Center staff to see if there's any specific compliance pieces that you should have in your profile. Next, we have some social media links where you can put in, so it will have these on your website and be able to redirect your clients to your socials. And lastly, we have Google Analytics ID. If you want to put your tracking ID number in here, you could do so right there. You'll go ahead and click Save, and it will tell you that it's successfully saved. All right, let's go back to our homepage. So we're going to go back to the top left. You're going to see this red KW square. If we click on that, you're going to see that all of these icons on the left-hand side expanded. So it tells you exactly what the icons are. Unfortunately, it doesn't stick like this. So if you go out of this page, you're going to have to continue to hit that red square. So just kind of to keep you updated on that. There's no way to keep it out like this. All right, so we are going to run through all of these very briefly today. So like I said, I just wanted to reiterate at the beginning of class that this is our command overview class. So I am very briefly going to go through all of our applets within command today. You can go to our YouTube channel, Scott Leroy Marketing on YouTube, where we have a ton of more detailed videos on all of the various topics within command. So if there's anything that I really don't do a deep dive in today, check out our YouTube, or you can always email us, support@scottleroymarketing.com, and we'd be happy to provide the resources for you there. All right, so we are going to get started by clicking on our contacts. Actually, you know what, before I do that, I'm just going to run through these. So expand those again. All right, so we had our homepage. Next, we have our contacts. This is where your contact database is going to live, followed by our tasks, which is where your tasks and reminders are, your smart plans, your referrals map, opportunities, which is where your transactions are going to live, campaigns, which is where you're able to send out various marketing campaigns to market to your clients, reports, designs, where you can create your own or create pre-made designs. Listings is where you can connect your MLS to your command account. And lastly, consumer is where you can find your website URL and your app URL, as well as edit the back of your website. All right, now we're going to go to contacts. Come on. All right. Okay, so let me turn my filters off. Looks like we have some filters on. There we go. All right. So this is our contacts database. This is where all of your contacts are going to live. So if we just start off over on the right-hand side, because some of you may not have any contacts in your database yet, and that's perfectly okay. So at the top, you have an import button. If you click on this, you have the option to upload a bulk amount of contacts, so you don't have to do it manually one by one. So here you can download the template. You can put your contacts in there, and then you can upload it to be bulk uploaded at one time. You can also email us a spreadsheet of your contacts, and we are happy to import your contacts for you if you do not want to do it or if you're having any difficulty with it. Next, we have an add contact button. So if you click on this, it's going to bring up the contact card for you to fill out all of the information about your contact so that you can manually enter a contact into your database. So you can put their full name up at the top. You can add a relationship, which means you can connect them to another contact, provide their email, phone number, their lead source. You can associate tags. So what a tag does, it basically groups specific contacts together. So if this was, someone from church, you can do a church tag, and then everyone with that tag is everyone from church. There's also an add more information button. So if you click on this, you'll see there's a lot of more information that you are able to add. Mailing addresses, social profiles, birthdays, home anniversaries, work. And then under custom, it's a little more fun. Areas of interest, favorite pie, kids' names, anything that might make you remember something special about your contact. You'd go ahead and click create, and then it will add that contact to your database. Lastly, these 3 dots that we have, these are all of our export options. So you have the option to export all of your owned contacts, or you can export mailing labels in either CSV or a PDF. So looking at our database, you're going to see that we have this dark header right here. This is going to tell you the name of the contact, if they've been recently active, any tags associated, their email, when they were last contacted, phone number, when they were last updated, and the owner. If we click on the 3 dots on the right-hand side, you're going to see that we have quite a few different options to make adjustments to that particular contact in that row. So here we're able to either edit, add activity, make a copy and share, add a note, archive, view or add to a smart plan, or unmark as a lead to that particular contact. You can also click on the contact's name to go into their contact profile. This is going to provide all of the contact information on the left-hand side. And on the right-hand side, it's going to provide all of the activity associated with this contact in command. So it's going to give you a timeline, the opportunities that they're associated with, any smart plans, tasks, notes, and saved searches. So if there's something that is missing from this, you do have the option to customize your columns. So you can do that by clicking on the Customize Column button. When you click on that, on the left-hand side, it's going to provide all of the available columns. So if you wanted to add primary address, you would just click on that white box. You'd see that check mark showed up, and that means that it is going to get added. If there's something that you wanted to remove, you could just make sure, click that box so it removes the check mark. And then on the right-hand side, again, you're able to change the order. So if we wanted primary address to be moved up, we would just click on it and we're going to drag and drop until it gets to where we want it to be. Then we'll go ahead and click apply. And you're going to see it automatically made that change to now primary address is showing on our database. You also can change the view of your database. So right now we're looking at it in a list view and it's showing by that list icon. We also have more of a like icon, like these 4 boxes. I don't know what to call that. So if we click on this, you're going to see that it did expand each of the contacts. It's going to provide less information and it's not going to have the headers. So it just kind of depends on your preference, which one is easier for you to work with. And then over on the right-hand side, you're going to see that we have this hyperlink here. This is going to tell you how many contacts you have in your database. And this is going to show you how many contacts are currently displaying on your page. So if we click on this, let's say we only had 10 showing at a time, it's going to tell you that you're only seeing 10 contacts out of the 44 total. So if we click on that again, you're able to change that based on however many you want to see at one time. And then you're just going to be able to go through the pages by clicking on the arrows to move between those pages. So the last thing that we're going to go over, we do have a search bar at the top. You can search by various items, first, last name, email, address, or everything, which, can be a little bit easier. And it does work that once you start typing, anything that fits the criteria in that search box will start to populate. You do have a filter option as well. So if you are looking for specific contacts, let's say we are looking for all of the agents in our database. We can find that agent tag, click on that. You can filter by anything else that you are looking for. There's quite a lot of filters. When you click apply, it's going to bring up any of those. It looks like we don't have anyone under that. Let's see, I don't even know. Last all right, we'll just KW agent. Let's try that one. Okay, we don't have any tags. Anyway, if we did, any of those any of those contacts would show up. And if we wanted to save that search, so, we do frequently look for other agents to send them an email or whatever it might be, you can save that as a smart view. So you would just click create smart view and it would save whatever list is currently on your screen. All right, next we're going to go to tasks. So these are all of our follow-up and reminders for either opportunities or contact-specific tasks. You're going to see it's broken down into 3 lists. So we have a to-do list, we have a completed list, and an archive list. To create a new task, you can click the Create New Task button in the right-hand side. You're going to enter the name. You can link it to either a contact or an opportunity. So you'll see that it brings up all of the various opportunities. If we wanted to link it to that listing, you'll see that it links to that listing. You can change the stages, enter the description, add a hyperlink, change the priority level and the due date. You'll go ahead and click create, and it will add that to your task list. You do have the option to search for task names. So again, it's going to populate anything that fits the criteria in that search bar. And then you have your filter option again. So looking at the task list, you're going to see that it shows you the name of the task, who it's linked to, who it's assigned to, the priority level, the due date, and then you have a few options here. You can complete the task by clicking on the check mark. And you're going to see really quickly, it brings up a pop-up on the top that says this has been moved to your completed list. And then if you click on the three dots, you have the option to either edit, reschedule, add a note, or archive the task. All right, moving on to our smart plans. So this is our smart plans homepage. So you're going to see right now we are in my smart plans. These are all of the smart plans that we have already added to our personal smart plans library. So if we're looking at our header, you're going to see it will show you the name of the smart plan, the contacts that are associated with the smart plan. So if we scroll down, you're going to see that this shows right here that there is one contact under this smart plan. It will tell you when it is created, the duration, meaning how long the smart plan is, the total touches, meaning how many times the contact will be communicated to by this smart plan. And then the actions on the right-hand side, you have the option to add a contact right from the smart plan, or I'm sorry, right from here. You can edit. This will bring you into the smart plan editor, or clicking on the three dots, you have the option to copy, publish to library, or delete the smart plan from your library. So if we go back over to the left-hand side, you're going to see next to the name, we have this arrow here. If we click on that, it will tell you the different steps that are associated in that smart plan. So you can take a look at that really quickly just to see if it's something that you want to add your contact to. So if you do not have any smart plans in your library, you can do so two ways. So you can either create the smart plan by clicking on the create button. This is going to bring you into the smart plan editor where you are able to start creating a smart plan to set your contacts up on. Or the easier way that I would suggest doing is to hit this library tab up at the top. When we click on that, that's going to bring you to the Keller Williams Public Library. So these are all pre-made smart plans that were created by KWRI plus other agents that you are able to add to your smart plans library for your use. So why recreate the wheel when you can just add pre-made smart plans? That's what I would do. So anyway, looking at our library, you're going to see that we have featured smart plans up at the top. These are the most popular ones that are really good to get started. So you're going to see, it's going to tell you the name of the smart plan at the top, a brief description of what it is. It's going to tell you how many downloads. It even has a rating based on other agents. And then it's going to tell you the steps, the duration, and the touches. You can view the steps by clicking on View Steps. It will tell you exactly what is included in that smart plan. If you like it, you can go ahead and click Add a Smart Plan, and it's going to add it to that library for you. You can also, if you already know that you want to add this, you can just go ahead and click on Add Smart Plan, and you can just name it, click Download, and it will put that into your smart plan too. So two different ways to access that. So there is a search feature up at the top. So the holiday is coming up. If we wanted a holiday specific smart plan, we can start typing that in, and any smart plan that is related to what is in your search bar will populate for you to take a look at and add that to your smart plan library. All right, next we're going to go to referrals. So this is our referrals dashboard. So up at the top, it's going to give an overview of your referral statistics. So you're going to see your pending invites, pending referrals, your received and your sent referrals. And down at the bottom, it's going to show you my referral network. So you may not have anyone in here if you have not added anyone to your network. That's okay. I will show you how to do that. So if you do already have someone in your referral network, you will see them here. It's going to show you who they are. And if we click on this drop down next to their name, it's going to give you all of their contact information, their bio, their statistics, different things for you to take a look at. You can add a note. You can go ahead and send them a referral right from here, or you can remove the agent. If you wanted to send out a new referral, you could do so by clicking the new referral button in the top right corner. When you click on that, it's going to have you select an agent. This is going to be an agent that is already in your referral network. So if they're not in your referral network and you're searching for someone, they're not going to populate. So just keep that in mind. And I'm going to show you how you can find agent. Well, you can either find an agent by clicking the Find Agent button, and it's going to bring you to the referral map, which I'll show you another way to get to in just a minute. You can put all of the referral information in here. And then go ahead and click Send, and it will send that referral out. So going up to the top, if we click on My Referrals, this is going to show you all of your, basically all of your transaction history regarding your referrals. So any of your sent or received. And you're going to see you have a few categories at the top that you can click between, and it will break those down into those categories for you. So next we have our map. This is the referrals map where you can search for agents in KW to add to your referral network or send them a referral. So you can do so by typing in an area, or you can just scroll. And as you get closer to your area, you're going to see that agents are going to start populating on the right-hand side. And this is always slow. Just keeping in mind, because it's populating so much information. So there we go. So your agents will start to populate on this right-hand side. And here you are able to click the down arrow. It will tell you their information and their stats. And then here you can either add them to your network by clicking on this little plus sign icon right here. Or you can send them a referral by clicking on the Send Referral button right here. Next, we're going to go to Opportunities. So Opportunities is your where your pipeline for your clients are, where all of your transactions are going to be. So if you are on a team, your team profile is going to default up at the top. If you're not on a team, it's just going to default to your name. So just keep that in mind. If you are on a team, you'll want to just make sure you are in the right profile when you're creating opportunities. So you're going to see that we have, right now we're in our team profile. It's going to show us our listings, our buyers, and our leases. It's going to show our GCI over on the side, followed by some ratios and activity at the bottom, and all of our closings this month. In looking at the specific transactions. So if we're looking at our listings, you're going to see that it is broken down into various stages. And then it's going to tell you how many opportunities are within each stage by this number in this case, green circle. It's going to show you the volume and the average time that you have someone in this stage. So our GCI over on the right-hand side, this is going to adjust based on your opportunities moving through the pipeline. So if you can click on any of these stages. When you click on that, it is going to open up your board so that you can see all of your opportunities, to then where you can click on the opportunity and get all of your opportunity information. So going back, if we look over towards the right, you do have the option to import. So if you are currently using dot loop, you can import your loops. And you would just find it, click continue. Or if you need to create a new opportunity, you could do so by clicking create new opportunity and putting in all of your opportunity information. When you click create, it will add it to your pipeline. The last thing we have up at the top, you're going to see we have an all opportunities tab. So when you click on this, this is going to provide a list of all of the opportunities in all of your phases. So here's a really good way for you to keep track of all of your closed opportunities. Next, we're going to go to campaigns. So this is our campaigns dashboard. So first, you're going to see your connected channels will be notated in blue. So you're going to see that we have Facebook and our email connected. Over on the right-hand side, it's going to show you your connected accounts. So for our paid ads, we are connected via Facebook and mail. For social posts, we are connected via Facebook and Instagram. And if you need to make any adjustments to those connections, you can click on the Manage button, and it will bring you back to the connections page for you to make those changes. Scrolling down, we have quick posts, so you can use any of these suggested posts on your social, and then some tips and training at the bottom. So if you wanted to create a new campaign, you would click on the Create Campaign button. And here you have the option to choose between a social ad, which is a paid targeted ad, a social post, which is a free post that would show up on your business social media, direct mail, and email. So you can choose whichever campaign you're looking to send out, and it will bring you to that editor to begin creating that campaign. So up at the top, you're going to see we have a few tabs here. So if we click on paid ads, all of these tabs are just going to show you the background and provide more information on the campaigns that are either in process or that have been sent out, along with the statistics up at the top. So for our paid ads, you're going to see our metrics at the top up here. And then it's going to give you an overview of the campaigns that we have sent out. So it looks like our two are both in draft status, meaning that they have not been sent out yet. But had they been sent out, it would say completed here. And it will provide statistics based on that campaign. Same thing if we go to emails, it's going to provide your metrics up at the top. And then below, it's going to give an overview of all of the emails that were sent out. So it looks like for our February email, it was mailed out and it was sent on February 24th to one person. And then it would provide those statistics for you. Next, going to direct mail. We'll have our statistics at the top, and then an overview of all of our direct mail campaigns that we have sent out. Lastly, we have our social posts. So this looks a little different. Here you're able to look at your live and scheduled posts that you have. So you do have the option to change this calendar view from either week to month view. And here you're able to schedule your post. So if we wanted to schedule a post today, we would just click on that date. And it would bring us into the social post editor where we can then create that social post. Lastly, if we go up to the top right, we have payments. So if we click on that, this is just going to provide information to show you what you've paid for, so you can track and you can make adjustments on your marketing spending. Next, we're going to go to reports. So this is where all of your reporting is going to be. If we're looking at our database, you're going to see that we have our database health. This is going to tell you how you're doing in terms of the information that you're putting in to your contacts when you're adding them to your contacts database. Over on the right, sources, this is going to tell you all of these sources of where your contacts are coming from. And then our database activity score. So this is going to tell us how well we're doing in terms of our reach out. Moving over to our next tab, we have reports. So if we click on the hyperlink, you're going to see we have a few options here. You can either check out your database report, your goals report, and your opportunities report. And it's going to provide all of those metrics for you. But just keep in mind that you do have to put information in order for it to populate this information. You do have the option to export as well. So if you want to export, you can click on that. Next, we have our goal setting. And as we scroll down, you're going to see this is going to tell you how you did in terms of your goal setting. You have a profit tracker, and then different metrics based off of the command information. And then in order to actually set those goals, you'll click on the goal setting tab in the top right, and you'll be able to, make all of those goal settings so that it populates this information for you. Our next tab is going to be lead routing. So this is specifically for a rainmaker on a team. So not everyone has this tab. So we're not going to click in it, but for those rainmakers who do have this, this is where you're able to set up specific routes so that your leads, you know where your leads are going when they come in. Next, we have emails. So this is going to provide all of your metrics on the emails that you send out. And lastly, texts and calls. So this is going to provide all the metrics based off of your texts and calls. So this is based off of your Twilio account. So if you do have a Twilio account, it is going to populate this information for you so that you can see what's going on in terms of your texts and calls. Next, we're going to go into our designs. So this is going to bring us into our designs homepage. So these are all of the designs that we have added to our library and that we have sent out. You have a search bar and a filter again. You have the option to change the way that it is showing up. So you can either change it from old to new or new to old based on preference. And then you can also change the display. So it can either be a list view or it can be an icon view. And then you do have the option to either import a design or create a design. Next, we have listings. So if we click on this, this is how you can connect your MLS to your command account. So you could do that by clicking on Sync My MLS. When you click on that, it's going to give you two options. You can either search by listing address or by MLS number. We do suggest searching by MLS number because it's just easier, and it kind of, decreases the chance of you choosing the wrong listing. So we do not have a listing, so we're just going to type one in. So when you do that, it will bring you up to a page that's going to show you the listings that match what you've put in. Once you've found your listing, you'll go ahead and click select. You'll click next. Oh, looks like there's no email associated with that one. All right, let's choose this one. There we go. It's going to bring up this this note that's having you choose whether you're the primary or the co-listing agent. So you're going to choose whichever one is applicable. And when you click on next, it's going to then say that it has sent a verification code to the email that is associated with this listing in the MLS. So it should be your email because it should be your listing. You will go ahead and you'll click confirm in the email that it sends to you, and then it's going to connect your MLS to your command account. Once you are connected, it's going to start populating your listings here. Once your listings are in here, you're then able to easily get all of your listing information automatically put into your different marketing campaigns. So it will integrate all of that information for you. Last, we're going to talk about our consumer applet. So this is where you can find your website URL. You're going to see it right here, hyperlinked. So if you click on this, it is going to redirect you to your website. These are all of the pages that are found on your website. So you should see some pages down here. Going over to the right-hand side, it's going to tell you the date that that website page was created. If it's publicly viewed, it's going to show a blue eyeball. So for instance, this one down here that's grayed out, it's telling you that this is not active. And then if you click on the three dots, you have the option to either edit or delete that page. If you wanted to create a new page, you could do so by clicking the Create New Page button. And then you have the option to create a new subpage, which will be on your agent site. So next, moving over from our site pages, we have landing pages. So if we click on that, a landing page is a standalone page that's going to have its own specific link. So typically we see agents have this for open houses, as you see here. So it's going to have its own link. You can create a landing page by, again, clicking the Create New Page. And instead of clicking on the subpage, you're just going to click Landing Page. Next tab we have is our guide builder. So this is connected to your consumer app for your clients who are registered with your app. So they're able to view your personally branded buyer and seller's guide. Next, we have our collections. So collections are saved searches that you are able to push out to clients that are part of your app. So it's kind of like property search emails that you can do on the MLS. You would just create a collection through command. So lastly, we are going to go into our site and app settings. If we click on that, it's going to bring us to the back end of our website. So the first thing, we want to make sure that this is showing as green. That means that this information is updating to your agent site. So here you're able to change all of the back end, the text, the images that are showing. You can add a virtual tour. Next on our URLs tab, here's where you're able to see your website URL as well as your app URL. So it's super important that you copy this app URL, and this is what you are advertising, because you want your clients to sign up for the app under your particular URL so that they're seeing you as their agent. So just keep that in mind. Next, featured listings. So here you're able to add featured listings that are yours to your website. Next, we have a theme. So you can choose either a red or a dark theme. That's just based on preference. And lastly, we have our agent site pages. So this is where you're able to see what is on your site. You can add and remove these pages. You can click, drag, and drop to change the order of them. And then if you click on them, you're able to change the title of the page, the slug, and the SEO description. All right, so that is everything that we have today for our command overview class. Thanks so much for joining us today. Remember to visit our YouTube page for this video, which will get uploaded later today, as well as any additional videos that you are interested in. And as always, you can email us at support@scottleroymarketing.com with any questions. Have a great rest of your week.